COVID always we've talked about in all of our episodes how it affected sports, and obviously one of the biggest things that it affected it pushed the 2020 Olympics one entire year. So that means we get the Olympics in a few months, man. We had the Olympic trials the past few days. Honestly, I did not get to see all of the track and field action. I know you were up on it a lot. I did get to follow a couple of Baylor Bears that did qualify for Tokyo, man. But I'm a pass the baton, so to speak, to you to talk about what to expect in the Olympic Games from the U.S., man.
Man, first of all, we are very fortunate. I didn't know how they were going to handle it with the way the COVID-19 hit us last year, like a ton of bricks. Plenty of athletes missed out on the opportunity to show the world what they had. And as anybody knows that there are some sports that the peak of your athleticism it can be considered very untimely. And when you have something like the Olympics is only around every 4 years, there's there are the world championships, but of course everyone is watching the Olympics. Everyone. And not some of the best athletes in the world are seen typically every 4 years. Some athletes lost that opportunity to showcase that last year. And we were fortunate enough to get a lot of them by way of NBC, get to watch a lot of them televised during the trials. We have a lot of new blood. We have a lot of successful stories. We have a lot of comeback stories. But me personally, if I had to choose, I'm going to go with choosing maybe three. I won't go more than five. 100-meter dash, Sha'Carri Richardson. I say that because we got to see her years ago because we are in Dallas, so we got the fortune of watching her tear it up here in Dallas a number of years.
You went to Dallas Carter, correct?
Yeah, she went to Carter. She did go to Carter, and
they bought
it.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. So she was the real deal here. So she's number one. If you don't know, like she said, if you don't know who she is, you're gonna find out real soon.
Google me.
Google her. So Sha'Carri Richardson, number one for me. Number two probably be Trayvon Bromell. Deonte, you might know a little bit about this guy. He's a Baylor. He is a Baylor Bear. Somewhat of a comeback for him. He's had some Olympic success, just by making it there. And then, of course, some bouts with injuries. But we got to see him. He looked like he is in the best shape of his life, effortlessly winning 100 after 100 after 100. So pay attention to him. Obviously, of course, and 4x1 as well. We'll see that. Hopefully. Simone Biles, number three for me. That Olympic team, that women's gymnastics team from 2016. Was it 2016? Yeah, it was 2016. And I think that team in 2012 was pretty good too. But 2016, they were some beasts. She is phenomenal. It's hard to see. Like when you see how short she is, it's like, damn, she be getting up there. Like I'd almost be willing to bet if somehow in some way, shape, or form, if she could like tape a basketball to her wrist, I think she could probably do a cartwheel, backflip, and then dunk that mug. I don't think she can dunk that mug straight off a vert. I don't think that's possible. But if there's some way possible that she can will herself to hold a basketball while flipping across the court, I think it's possible because of just how high she can get and the momentum and the power and the explosiveness that she has. So we'll get to see her. Floor routines are amazing. Some of the dopest things you'll see if you're into backflips and free running and stuff like that. There's plenty of events for you to watch in terms of gymnastics. For
Allison
Felix. Oh man. So the Nike pretty much tried to do her dirty. So she came back and with a letter of her own clothing or her own sporting line, and she qualified, I believe, for the 400. I know she qualified for the 400. I can't remember if there's any other events. She was doing so many of them, or she has done so many of them in the past. But this is her fifth Olympics that she's qualified for. So that's impressive in its own right. So just getting to see her again is going to be pretty cool. And then number 5, I would say probably come back. Oh, fifth guy. The kid that broke Usain Bolt's record for our fastest 200 under 20. Arian Knighton, I think. Did you see that guy?
I did happen to see that.
Pretty impressive,
man. That's pretty insane.
There was another kid from the IMG Academy that was in the 100. He was also in the 200 as well, but he was in the 100 and he made it to the semis, but he took a fall. He tripped over one of his legs and fell, but he had a really good time too. But yeah, some young people, they coming up, man. I don't know what's in the water, but hopefully it gets to my kid too, man.
Man. It's definitely going to be a sight to see. The trials are still going. Gymnastics part is still going on, right? I saw it on last night.
I think they are wrapped up with that one. I want to say there might be a few events left. No, softball I think is the only thing that's left. Everything else is done, if I'm not mistaken.
They announced the NBA Olympic team, which
I'm not excited about. I don't know why, but I'm not excited about that one, G.
Interesting, man, because you see some of these other teams, obviously Luka with Slovenia, but I mean that's just a Luka show.
Boy, them fools about to get washed. If you talking about Spain or something, I was like, okay, maybe.
No, I was gonna
Argentina.
I was just thinking about all the teams with a star player from the NBA on it. I looked at the I think the Canada roster was announced. They look formidable. I think USA wins.
You're a formidable machine.
It won't be easy. Okay. I think they win it though.
Okay.
Yeah, but man, it's great to one thing I will say about the Olympics. I haven't followed the trials as much like you have, but I will say people feel some type of way, and I don't know why about track athletes like showing off, and I'm like, man, this is like their one opportunity out of
this is it.
Everybody is watching them,
and literally there's nothing they can do to take away from the attention from the team, because they are literally every single event with the exception of relays, it's about them winning.
Yes.
Literally there's nothing they can do to take away attention from everybody else.
They have the world championships that come on TV, but for the entire world, nobody's really paying attention to track and field unless you are in the sport or somebody in the sport or you're just a diehard track and field fan. Right. And so I feel like, man, if I was in that position, I'm about to show off. I'm about to show you why I'm.
Look, if I was fast, I'll do it.
Exactly. You hear a lot of people even with our boy Omar, people always felt a kind of way about how he his showmanship, so to speak, and I'm like, man,
when you good, you can do whatever the hell you want to track.
And man,
come on.
I'm trying to show why I'm one of the best in the world. You know what I'm saying? Right. Y'all don't see me grind. It's not a week-to-week schedule like it is in the other sports. You see me once, maybe twice every 4 years. So I'm gonna show off Sha'Carri Richardson showed off after she did what she did. I would be doing the same thing, man.
And the thing about it is, and a lot of them will tell you, you were literally, there is nothing you were out there by yourself. There's nothing they can save. You can't rely on, unless you're in a relay, you're not relying on nobody else. You relying on that 364 other days of the year that you grinding and work hard to get you through, to will you through with the time or just or whatever it is, whatever the measurement of success is, that's what you're up against. And let them show out, man. If you have something wrong with that, look, especially here moving forward in the Olympics, if you have something wrong with that, if you have an issue with that, it's un-American. I said it.
I do have a concern or a potential concern for the USA men's track team. Is Usain Bolt still running for Jamaica?
I don't think so. I think he's done. He actually just had twins not too long ago.
Oh, good for him. Well, that's good news for the US.
Not so much, but you still got to worry about, the women at least have to worry about Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price. So she's pretty much the equivalent on the women's side as far as the 100-meter dash. She ran a 10.7 when she qualified for Jamaica. Yeah. Shout out to the motherland. So I mean, I think let me just double check. Let me make sure this food ain't. I don't remember hearing anything.
I haven't heard from him.
I'd be ashamed. I'd be ashamed if he was doing something. Oh no, he's retired. He ain't doing that. I think he's focusing on soccer.
Okay. Well, got the Olympics coming up. We'll keep updating as it gets closer to. When's the start? End of July.
When does it start? The opening ceremony. That's gonna be televised. Opening ceremony.
I want to say it's the end of July.
Olympics 2021. July 23rd.
Go July 23rd. Opening ceremony Olympics, and we will.
It's gonna be a movie.
Talking about it for sure.